Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking about a very interesting case from our guest today, Mr. Uddin Shah. It was about a prince and his child custody affair, was it?
Yes, yes. Child custody and
just
also
a recap, because some of our viewers might have forgotten what we were talking about. Just a recap. Can you do that?
Yeah, it was you asked me about significant achievements and if I represented
landmark cases, yes.
any high-profile person. One individual, as I said, is the ex-partner of the Dubai royal family and the current chairman of Emirates Airlines. So I represented. It's a very interesting case, and also it's very interesting for English jurisdiction as well, because the member of Dubai royal family is concerned, despite sending the court summons on a number of occasions,
they did not
he did not respond, he not appeared in person. So she achieved most of the things she wanted. Case continues, and also it concerned about her asylum application, because she was effectively stateless, no place to return. And the other issues was the reported cases, as we know, in areas of the law where there is a guidelines case which followed by the lower court or any other decision making body, including the Home Office.
As I was talking during the break, you see that people who are not in the legal business, you see, they are a bit confused about unwritten constitution and cases depending on the judgment of other cases. Like if you quote that something like this happened in 1911 in John against the state, and John won, and these were the circumstances. So the judge would possibly follow what was
decided many
then,
years ago.
yes,
Yeah.
see, not related to this case, but definitely relevant.
Yeah.
Is this what is called unwritten law?
Yes, this is the beauty of the English legal system. Is a common law jurisprudence, যেটাকে আমরা বলি in legal terminology তে, case by case over a period of time developed হয়. So you looked into your own case, and you as a lawyer, if you are very clever and if you got the background experience, then you look into it. If there is a fact sensitive case where I can follow the guidelines, you're not going to get the facts of the case same, but you can say this is the principle established in the case.
The essence of the thing.
Yeah, this is what, yes, yes, you are right. This is what called unwritten constitution or the law. Is developed by the court as opposed to it is written down as a law and decided or passed by the legislator in the parliament.
Right. I'm going to ask you another very stupid question, it appears, but in most of the offices of solicitors and barristers, you see, the bookshelf is stacked with very thick books, you see. But really today, I'm sure that you use the database information, you see. So are those thick books there for the show to impress your clients, or the information is retrieved from there?
I would say this is not necessarily the case, because today in internet you can find everything, the recent cases, but you may not be able to find a case was decided in 19th century, or the case was decided in 1947. You cannot go this back, but you can only find in those books.
Yeah.
So occasionally, yes, for the reference purposes, you do need to go into these books and find the cases.
So all the cases have not been uploaded to the internet?
It's not necessarily up to date, and obviously in internet or in modern technology, whatever you say, it mainly covers the recent judgments.
Your You have been involved in TV programs on a channel, and for 9 years you have been trying to make the public aware about their rights and making people aware about socio and legal issues of people, particularly of Bangladeshi origin, or is it the subcontinent?
Run this program in a Bangladeshi channel, but I come across some incident, I wouldn't say many, where I see the Pakistani Indian origin people do see this program, and even recently in I had received some comments in the Facebook page. Why don't you talk in English in the program so everybody can follow it, so it's no longer restricted within the Bangladeshi community. So I nicely replied that it is for my community, it is Bengali channel, and many of my audiences do not have the working knowledge of English.
Right. Yes, that's understandable. Yes,
Yeah.
I see. There's another very silly question to ask. In East London particularly, why there are so many legal practitioners? I mean, maybe about 300, 400 persons solicitors or advisors or legal practitioners. Is it because we are very, very law abiding, or is it because we are on the other side of the law?
Inshallah, today a significant number of Bangladeshi origin solicitors, barristers, and the reason why it is in East London, because as you know, in London, if we talk about the Bangladeshi community, we talk about Tower Hamlets, we talk about the Newham, and now another area is very popular, which is London Borough of Redbridge.
Right.
So the Bengali people live in those areas, and if anybody coming from outside London, the one of the first place they want to visit is Brick Lane, East London. So this is how is developed. But among my colleagues, I do see recently they're slowly moving away in a different areas. And I myself started my Cardiff office back in 2007. That was my first branch office, predominantly in an area where no Bengali people live. But now Bengali people are increasing, and inshallah it's a successful business. I have done my third expansion, and recently it was the third expansion, and then I opened an office in 2014 in Coventry, which was again not an area where predominantly Bengali people. Then moved this office to Birmingham recently in Aston area, where again Birmingham Aston is not the Aston Lane area in Peribar. It's not the main area of the Bangladeshi origin people. So I encourage my colleagues, newcomers, those who qualified under me do their training contract 2 years with me, qualified. Inshallah, I have produced 30 plus Bangladeshi solicitors who are successfully in practice now. Some of them are running their own practice. I always encourage them, don't restrict yourself to East London, move to other areas and establish your firm, as I am doing, as a firm of solicitors providing service to British community, not just the Bengali people. So this is how everyone I should think.
We are British Bangladeshi. Our nationality is hyphenated.
Yeah, but British Bangladeshi, but I say British people. It could be Pakistani people, Somalian people, and
we have a significant number of Somalian people in this area.
If one see today in my 3 offices, I've got Indian, Pakistani staff, I've got Hindu, Muslims, Christian staff. Regardless, I got no restricted dress code, even though it's a Bangladeshi origin firm. So this is how we should expand our business, and yes, we should try move away from the East London. So in long run, I would like to see the many Bangladeshi solicitors, they are representing different community, not just the Bangladeshi people.
And many of their offices should be in King's Walk.
Yes, and I'm proud today. We have many Bangladeshi judges. We have many Bangladeshi solicitors, barristers who are not in practice, but in a government departments they are holding very high positions, and I'm proud of them.
Your firm, does it offer like a package solutions for immigrations and all that? There are a lot of people who are doing that.
Can you explain me what you mean by package solution?
Like a particular student who is here for so many years and he has been trying to live here. And now that he has qualified, he wants to live here. He wants to get some experience, and then with a view to stay in this country. There are a lot of, I understand from the victims themselves, see. When I say victims, it's obvious that they have suffered at the hands of people who have promised them Rose Garden, but they didn't get it.
Well, it's a very sensitive area. You asked me question, and in terms of immigration work, a solicitors, barristers who are qualified, as you know, they are regulated. They are accountable to the regulating body. They could be disciplined. Recently, 2 solicitors for life, they were suspended as a solicitors. It mainly happens in the hand of advisors who are unregulated, and it is a criminal offense in this country, whether paid or unpaid, to provide a immigration service to somebody. It is a criminal offense, but people don't listen to this. They do it, and they should not be doing it. And in terms of promises, we should never promise something to our client. Yes, you come to my firm, what is, I will listen to your problem. I will offer in my opinion. This is the roadmap. This is the cost for my services. So I do not know what is the package. I should never give any false hope to my client. I can only say, well, for XYZ amount, I can do certain work for you. You are only buying my services in an adversarial system. I can provide this service for this amount of money. Whether you succeed or not succeed is your loss end of the day. But package is sometimes people who you are talking about. Yes, people suffer, but they got to be careful as well, because if give you an example, forget about the legal profession. If you go to a doctor, hospital consultant, private basis, and if they promise your operation will be successful, it will cost you this amount of money, you are the one who have to make decision.
True.
This man can only operate, prescribe me certain things, carry out an operation, but should I listen to him? So sometimes we are the creator of our own problem. They listen to false hopes, promises, and this is where they become victim, and they end of the day, having lost everything, they come to us, people like us, and they say we need help, and sometimes it become extremely difficult. Those organizations who help them, they don't even want to recognize them. They ever dealt with these people, because first of all, just going back to my earlier example, if a person is not regulated, they have nothing to lose. In short term, they can make some money from those people, and they can disappear like any other jobs.
Well, thank you very much. That was very interesting. We'll have to take a break again, and then when we come back, we'll move on to something more pleasant.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. We need this commercial break, and then we'll be back soon. Thank you.